How would you like a trip on Noah's Ark? Yes, you heard it right. There is a Noah's Ark in the making, but we are in a technological era, so it's more of a luxury yacht. And this yacht is also being tagged with a word like eco-friendly. This could be a bit odd as the super yachts are known for quite the opposite as a big CO2 emitter. The super wealthy tend to attempt masking their absurd spending as ways to help fuel the economy, further progress, or in this case, save the world. And this time, one group of richies are working on a nuclear mega yacht that is supposedly going to save the world. In this video, we'll be taking a look inside this luxury yacht. This much-talked mega yacht is known as the Earth 300. The proposed mega yacht gets its name from its immense length, 300 meters. For Americans, that is essentially a boat the size of a football field. If built, this giant yacht would dwarf even the world's largest super yacht, the 590-foot-long Azam, owned by the Abu Dhabi royal family. The Earth 300 is an ambitious scientific project aimed at raising awareness about climate change, all while doubling up as a luxury research vessel funded in part by billionaire guests. The design is wonderfully futuristic. A nuclear-powered yacht longer than the Titanic with 22 state-of-the-art laboratories and a 13-story science sphere. It might sound like the floating headquarters of a criminal mastermind, but Earth 300 is actually a revolutionary exploration vessel designed to investigate climate change and other challenges that face our planet. Announced at an event in Singapore earlier this year, designs for the Earth 300 were delivered with lofty ambitions to become a space-age ark. Aaron Oliveira, the CEO of Earth 300, is the entrepreneur behind this project, and it was designed by super yacht expert Ivan Salas Jefferson. Before founding Earth 300, Oliveira was the president of Falcon Royal Yachts, where he helped create two luxury mega yachts designed by Porsche, so you can see where he gets the part of making the water toys of billionaires sustainable. Partners include IBM, ID's Yachts Architectural Studio, and a nuclear engineering firm belonging to Bill Gates. Our goal is to ring the climate alarm on a global scale and inspire an era of ecological imagination, according to CEO Aaron Oliveira. Oliveira says he envisages Earth 300 to become an iconic object of its generation and draws comparisons to the Olympic torch and the Eiffel Tower. They will gather data from the ship's travels to hopefully come up with solutions to help mitigate the climate crisis. Feeding into an open-source platform to allow the global community to participate, they will be supported by a quantum computer, a new type of computer that employs the properties of quantum mechanics to achieve incredible speed and power. Equipped with built-in sensors, artificial intelligence, robotics, machine learning, and real-time data processing, the ship will handle the vast amounts of data it collects. The sleek ship includes an extraordinary observation deck on the bow, a 4-deck helipad to transport passengers to and from the vessel, and a selection of advanced underwater expedition vehicles for deep-sea exploration. It has been designed to capture people's attentions but also their hearts and imaginations, according to Oliveira. The proposed crew for the Earth 300 is massive. Most of the ship's capacity of 425 people will be taken up by two main groups, 165 crew and 160 scientists. The crew will also be joined by a group of 20 students and 20 resident experts. Olivia calls this group of residents a multidisciplinary melting pot of economists, explorers, engineers, artists, activists, and even politicians, along with all the professionals and actual people of interest and value. Such a bold vision doesn't come cheap. Right now, the price tag for the ship, being constructed by Polish naval architecture firm NED, hovers between $500 and $700 million. Designed to resemble Earth in the Orb's Science City, the scientists will use the ship's state-of-the-art tech to develop innovative solutions. Oliveira's polar expeditions aim to generate around $150 million from 300 days of sailing, while also being the largest floating platform for scientists in the area. Well, there will be options for the normal people also to have a trip on this mega yacht. Well, that is if you think paying $1 million for a ticket is normal. It will hold 4 different communities: scientists, experts, students, and private citizens. It is this mix of citizens and scientists that the team hopes will produce radical new thinking in the fight against climate change, said Oliveira. And the customers Oliveira would like to attract are the wealthiest people in the world, and they also tend to have the world's largest carbon footprints, thanks to no small part to their habit of traveling aboard super yachts and private airplanes. According to the plan, the ship will sell 40 tickets to wealthy tourists who want to join the mission to save the world, to lounge around and take selfies. Earth 300's luxury suites will each rent for $3 million for supposedly 10 days. which presumably will cover the personnel and expenses needed to operate the ship and its 22 scientific laboratories. This ship will be a floating computer, which will allow people from all over the world to participate in the journey. That means that these wealthy individuals who are coming on board will have to share the experience with the world, not just among themselves, adds Oliveira. Well, what if I told you that some of the confirmed first passengers of this revolutionary yacht will be Elon Musk, Michelle Obama, Greta Thunberg, etc.? Well, how is this water vehicle linked with saving the world exactly? Well, that also falls under a feature of this really expensive project. The ultimate symbol of wealth, the super yacht, has seen a dramatic surge in demand during the pandemic as the ultra-rich yearned for privacy in its most luxurious, exclusive form. The super-rich have taken to the open seas to socially distance themselves. There are now 300 super yachts roaming our seas. Now, super yachts are surely gas guzzlers, as scientists have found that super yachts with a permanent crew, a helicopter pad, submarines, and pools emit over 7,000 tons of CO2 a year. The luxury cruiser was deemed by far the worst asset to own from an environmental standpoint. So how is Earth 300 separate from them? Well, initially, the ship will use green synthetic fuels, but to satisfy the requirement of being completely emission-free, Oliveira plans to eventually retrofit a molten salt reactor, a modern type of nuclear reactor. Described as an atomic battery pack, it's based on technology created by TerraPower, a nuclear innovations company set up by Bill Gates. It would allow the ship to remain at sea indefinitely with complete energy autonomy. The molten salt reactor is reported to be safe, sustainable, and 100% emission-free. Earth 300 could be an exciting launchpad for a significant leap forward in green marine power. At present, both quantum computing and a molten salt reactor have never been installed on a ship, Oliveira said. Both will need an extreme level of engineering to get to that stage. Then we could talk about the fact that this ship will have no less than 1 million sensors on it. It will essentially be built as a floating computer, and that will be challenging. All of those features sound really good, don't they? But the thing is, don't expect to see the world's most expensive yacht on voyage too soon though, because some of the technology is not even discovered yet, making the completion of the yacht a big challenge. Firstly, the quantum computer is not yet commercially available, but is currently the subject of experimental studies by the likes of Google and IBM. And just like the quantum computer, the molten salt reactor technology doesn't exist yet. So while there is a bit of work to do, you have a bit to wait to see, or if you're among the 1%ers of the world, to ride this eco-friendly good boy. Well, Oliveira is confident that they'll reach their target maiden voyage in 2025. But just to be on the safe side, we can stretch the timeline somewhere around this decade. Until then, the billionaires just have to take the blame for leaving much carbon footprint with their super yachts. Here ends our tour into the first nuclear mega yacht that could save the world. Would you like to take a trip on it? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to smash that like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel to show us your support. See you in the next video.